I'm back at this monument. I was there a few days ago and now I'm going to continue and do a walk. Last time it was a bit like a reconnaissance, so here we go. Another fine day. Hope you enjoy this walk. I'm going round the second time because it's circular, and as you film me you can't really check out and then walk along a little bit of one direction and then turn back. I do it sometimes, but I just pause it, but can do it all in one shot. But in this circumstance I might pause this for privacy. All will be revealed. So, and last time I went, well, the only time was I just explored this path, which can be extended as well. I just went to an open field and through a tunnel of hedges or whatever. So that's the way I went that time, and this time there's probably a couple more walks around here that I can explore. Met a few people. Told me a bit of, not a lot of information, but a bit more than I knew about the area, so that's good. And I've adjusted the setting so it doesn't look like I'm on a rowing boat or something. I don't know why. Got this universal thing, and I'd rather, on certain movements on the gimbal, I'd rather do them myself manually. Like I say, otherwise it looks, it's not that bad, but I'm trying to get better. You know, I'll never be an ace fighter pilot or even a commercial airline pilot, but at least I'm trying to make it as stable as possible. They don't follow the rules. There's got some of these things and they buy an expensive gimbal and they're walking like a bloody ninja. Well, I'm not going to do a walk that's going to take over an hour or more. Yeah. So I switch hands and things like that. It's not that heavy, but nevertheless, it's not a normal thing. So anyway, if I've got to go on about that, that's the least of my worries. No, it isn't. That's the worst of my worries. So I'm not going to worry. Sorry about that. It's I don't think it's a crime if I just shut up for a minute. I've adjusted the gimbal now because I'm on widescreen and it doesn't, you know, just ever so slightly you see part of a rotary arm because it's on really wide screen. It's all complicated stuff, you know. Oh, there's something went across. I don't think it was a squirrel. I'm not sure. And I was quiet. See, that doesn't mean I didn't, or I can't talk again. I said for a minute. I said I'll just shut up for a minute, I remember. Some things I don't have to write it down, you know. So there are some features. Yeah. Some of you be rolling your eyes because they've seen the so-called features that I've shown before. Yeah, there's a couple of walks that I can put on the back burner, and maybe I might leave them till the winter because it's not a long distance to go. And why do I need to drive when I can get a nice local walk? There's room for a couple of them besides this one. So I might have said that we're in Cheshire. We're actually not. We're on the Wirral, you know. But nevertheless, it's not far. It's local, really. So I'm grateful to that war memorial. It's it doesn't show any paths, like I said. I might have mentioned that. So I've discovered from there. And then I looked at the war memorial review, and they said, some people said they discovered this at an end of the walk. So there's some odd things. I mean, there's this sort of well in the middle of nowhere at the side of the road. It's very old, and it's got like a bit like the Green Man, you know, like a figure of a face with the water pouring out. And there may have been things that were relevant around there, you know, there could have been timber buildings, who knows. But it's a curiosity. Very peaceful. Except that, mind you, there were roads there, but they were narrow, the lanes really. I also made a short reel that they do on Facebook that lasts about a minute or so, no more than 2 minutes. And I played some Japanese type Zen music because there was water flowing, you know, in a well and that kind of thing. Didn't seem out of place. Hope you can see how it really is good. It is, what you're seeing is what you're getting. It's you know, just get an idea how well shaded this path is now. And here's the first of these features. That's the natural survival shelter that's been built there. Now this isn't some bloke that's just pottering around. This has been made by somebody with outdoor skills, possibly military, and it's well made. Ray Mears would be proud. But this is a quick one. You know, that doesn't mean to say that there's no need. You could put a whatever you want on there, some kind of ground sheet, but a lot of people use ferns and bracken, whatever. And there's probably other things that were there that they removed. Well, I don't think there was any fire burnt here. just like a lean-to, that one. This one's a more... I like the fact that they've left something you notice. They've left the, see the wood in there? So it's either combined shelf or even to chop up small fire, kindle. No. Anyway, that's it. There's that feature that you were really looking forward to, that I've made the effort, you know. Now there's a history of this place. There's the war memorial there, and I don't know whether it was nearby to something related to the RAF, but there's like a, you know, nobody would normally have, it's like a concrete path there. It's pretty old. Anyway, so that could be for people, you know, teaching people outwards bound skills, outdoor survival skills. Yeah. And I rate it pretty well, actually. But there's another feature, or features. And what I'm going to do is pause, because it's a maze here, so nobody can just... I don't want somebody watching this and then going around and... I don't know, some people aren't... not all people are nice. I'll explain when we get there. There's loads of little side paths here, all over the place. I just happened to do this one. This was all new when I started this walk, and now I'm going round again. It was all new. Oh, have I gone past? I have, I've got to go that way, haven't I? Oops. See? So there's another walk that way. All of that left side, as we come along this path, heading in this direction, all that to the left is for exploration. And I'm just going to pause this now, so I can keep this thing secret for... There we are. You have to keep an eye on your feet here. There's lots of roots and stuff. And again, there's still, you know, because the trees keep the moisture in, there's still muddy parts to the pathways in woodland, which is not usual. It's August now. Yeah, it's a bit like, what's the film? Apocalypse Now. I'm looking for Kurtz or something, played by Marlon Brando. Sent down the Mekong River and finally find him in this. He's a military man who's gone native. So he's there to assassinate. It's like that, and I'll find the base in a minute. Yeah. Yeah, I really do need that holiday, I think. Yeah. shall give a call in case somebody, because it has been occupied recently. There you go, see, he's put a tarpaulin. I see, it could be a she. Could be an Amazon lady. That would be a fantasy, wouldn't it? She'll show me the ropes. Stop it now. Right, look at that. Something hanging up. Is there anyone there? Okay. You've got to be polite, haven't you? Even off grid. This is what it is to be off grid, look. More than one, there's two chairs. Very good, isn't it? Very nice. I would say that's quite comfortable and pretty reasonable. Very well made. Really is. So there you go. If I had an apple or something, I'd put it in that little thing hanging up there as a gift. There you are, see? Look at this, you see the way they've done it here? There's a way of doing this. You can do it many ways, but there's a right way of doing it. And this person knows what they're doing. You know. Are you there, Sylvester? You know, Rambo. Is he in there? No. Right, that's it. That's it. I'm sorry if you're not happy with that, but you don't get many like that, so that's my argument. Just a final. Yeah, it's really good. Right in the middle of those clump of trees. Very clever, very nice. There's already a bit of shelter and wind as well. Of course, it's in amongst the trees, so that's and there is water nearby. You know, I've looked for a McDonald's, but unlucky, couldn't find one. So I'll have to, I don't know, make a rabbit trap or something. The briars are at me again. I did a walk and it was literally, the foliage was about, I'm not kidding, I'm 6, it was maybe 8 foot high. About a week ago I felt something itchy on my cheek, and there was a briar that was actually embedded in my cheek. Yeah. I felt like it was some kind of, you know, that the young youths go through to survive in the native lands. So I've been very brave with the briar beast. Oh dear. That's what I'm just, when I'm on my own, obviously I'm not speaking aloud, but my thoughts are in that kind of thing. I'm in a world that's away from all the tedium of just getting by and the annoying way you have to deal with people who are more powerful, but questionable whether they're any better than anybody else. I wouldn't, I'll leave it at that, I think. Yeah. It's nice to see now on the left there'll be a lovely wide open field and more paths heading that way. Yeah, let's have a look. Somebody got a fire there. In a way, it's like being a child again. You just go and explore things and don't carry all the garbage with you, and just it's still a place to live that's got places where you can just do what you want without anybody telling you got to be back by such and such a time, blah blah blah. And this is a benefit of being retired now. Another path there. They're not easy to define. Like I've mentioned this before, I don't bring a map. I could do, but I enjoy, like I say, exploring whilst I'm there. This is new, relatively new. Only a day or two ago I found the start of these walks. Ah, now there was something here. Yeah, look at that. Hey. An egg. Looks like a pigeon's egg to me. Yeah. In the past I've had many battles with the pigeons. And my trusty sword and shield flying at me like little dragons. Now, is it more stable than the last walk? Oh no, the last one was just a ship that was at Ellesmere Port. The one prior to that, it was, I don't know. So, yeah, I think it's a bit more stable now. It's always has been, it's just it was the wrong setting. This is better. Anything I need to do, I can do it manually. So, there's old brick there. So, was that a building to do with the RAF? Or they used it, they filled in, that's what they've done, isn't it? They've brought the bricks in, you know, come on, wake up. Right, so we're going back now. If you remember, that was the first feature, that lean-to. Yeah, just down there. That's another walk up that way. And we know now there's further walks along there. Yeah. I could go back up to that junction and take that path that goes up. Well, I'm going to do that. Because I know that goes back to the car and it's 5 minutes or so away, so. And if I need to, I just pause it and you're magically back at this location. Oh. Yeah, I think I'll do that. As if I'm delusional. I'm sure there was a path on the right here. Where I came out was on the left, the open field. And the one that carries on. And then I'm sure there was one on the left. Let's do it. Right? Now there's a fence there. Now, the only reason I can think about that is either game birds or deer. Maybe it's not strong enough, it's chicken wire, isn't it? They use that, I believe, at country and western concerts, you know, to keep the... I'm only joking. Some country, Hank Williams was a great singer. Anyway, let's go up this path here. I'll pass the broken pigeon egg. Yeah. There's no marker on this post, but I don't think it's obvious it was a path. Isn't it wonderful the way wood that seasons and it sort of bleaches and everything? I did a joke once, I'll get back to you, and I said I'll send you a post, and I took a picture of a post like that and sent it. So yeah, the alternative was to sit there at home and watch the Olympics. I don't think it's not one of the best Olympics I've seen, I must say. I do like the winter games actually, because in my youth I did do some skiing. Yeah, not a lot, but yeah, I like the winter sports, the downhill, the men's and women's downhill. That's the most exciting for me. All they've got on is a helmet, like a cyclist lycra suit, and they're doing hundreds of kilometres or whatever it is. It's very easy, and they've probably all had injuries at some time. But the bobsleigh, we did well on that. I like that film about the Jamaican with John Candy. That was a great comedy. I quite like that. Silent Runnings or something, was it? I don't know. Oh, and of course the big ski jump. Yeah, I admire the courage. I'm ducking and diving here. Now then. Hopefully I won't need to turn round. There's another. Looks like that's been there for a while. I've spotted it. Yeah, I think that's just been there for a while, so it's 10 minutes work on that and you'll be alright. Yeah, like an advanced jigsaw puzzle for outdoor people. Ah, yes. There we are. This is it. And that's another walk. That's the one I came back on, this one. It's got those sort of like trees growing in the middle of, well, more like what's it called? What are they called? Those trees that grow in the creeks in America. That sort of doesn't matter. Can't remember. In the swamps. So that'll be just over half an hour or so, I reckon. 5 minutes to get back to the car now. And I've enjoyed it, so yeah. Never tire of it. I feel privileged to be able to go out and have this real freedom. Yeah, it's well worth doing that again, because that was in a lower resolution. was, like I say, it was just a reconnaissance really from the monument here. So now, and I've done many walks, even in tunnels like this, some of them big trees, very spectacular, but I've never seen this before. I mean, it's probably not a big thing, but I just think it's not very common. You know, somebody would naturally just bend it over. When it was a spindly little thing, it's a miracle that there's two of them have survived, really. There's another one there, and of course if it had gone straight up, you can see it's diverted itself out the way. Yeah. And it's only there. Have a look at them, mate. Look at that. I've got an empathy for them. Yeah. Is this hawthorn? I think it is, or is it oak? It's hard to see. I think it's hawthorn. There's another bit of it trying to get across here to get to the light. Nearly back now. It's all right. You can relax, you'll get over it. I believe there's some kids, you know, they're outward bound, they've been on things like that, and they live in a city and it's their first time and it's alien to them. You know, they just haven't been and done things in the country, a canoe or something like that. Or the animals, maybe they're not strong, they've probably got the zoo. Nowadays they spend a lot of, not all, but there's a lot of them just constantly on social media, on the phone. If it's not them, it's the mother's phone. And so they're missing out on actual socialising because they're in their own little bubble. It's a shame, really. And they counter, oh, I've got loads of friends online. And I'm thinking, yeah, you don't actually meet them. And it's like, there's people trying to befriend me, total strangers. And they're probably shocked. I said, well, no, I'm happy with the amounts I've got, really. Because I want to concentrate on the real world. We're free to do it, but when you're a kid, I think that's a crucial time. There has to be a limit, I think, on anything. Swing round again. There we are, and I'll be coming here again, who knows when. And thanks for coming along with me in this virtual sort of world. And you can subscribe and you'll get a notice, that's all, that I've posted something. There we are. So that's over half an hour, and don't forget I've done this twice, so it's about an hour. I usually do more than that, but this is easy walking, isn't it? It's not. Let's say goodbye to the sign and to the monument. Okay then, see you next time.